goddess. What is that thing? It's huge. Ridiculously huge.
That thing must be more than 5,000 arcs across. It's like a giant floating island.
No, look closely. The base is artificial. It's more a floating city than an island. A city?
Well, we can't just sit here. All right, guys, listen up. We're getting onto that flying city island.
What? Seriously?
Of course I'm serious. I've never been more serious. If those society fools brought that thing back, then think. They must be full of incredible treasure, enough to pay our debt 10 times over.
You've got to be kidding me. We can't just go waltzing into something that huge. Josette, back me up here. Honestly, at this point, I bet there are things on that city I want too. Like, beyond treasure. Oh, Aidios, save me. Kyle does have a point though. Things have been weird all day, so we should probably be careful. I mean, for starters, the radio's been silent for ages.
That is true. Killed in army transmissions are one thing, but even the civilian channels are dead, which is...
What? A wave of light?
What happened? Report!
Boss, big trouble! The generators and flight engines have all cut out. All of them!
What?
Well, wait, that means... We're really in trouble now. The flight field from the engine is dissipating. The Bobcat's not answering at her helm either.
You're kidding!
You mean we can't do anything? There's only one thing we can do at this point. What? Pray to Aidios that it's not our time to be called to heaven. Oh, crap!
So that's what the light show at the towers was about. But you kids pulled off a genuine miracle this time. Let me give you your reward first. Aidios knows you've earned it. Still, what madness we've fallen into. I never thought being deprived of organs would throw us into this much chaos.
No kidding. Sorta makes you realize just how dependent we've become on orbital power. It's true. Communication, transportation, defense, production. Every single major function of society is effectively paralyzed at this point. For most people, I think the real worry will be the lights in the kitchen. From the sounds of it, the city was really in a tizzy last night.
That's being kind about it. People were mobbing the guild house, the Orville workshop, the mayor's mansion, all demanding answers. It was awful. Everyone wanted to know what had happened, and I had no answers to give. Frenzied fools frantically kept me up all night.
I see. Sorry, Legrand. With the floating city on top of all this crap's getting dire. Feels like we're one step away from a friggin' panic.
Well, the people of Liberal love peace, so I do not personally expect a riot immediately. Should the situation continue for too long, however, people may begin to lose hope.
Yes, we must do something about this and quickly. So then, everyone, what's this plan you said Russell has to bring back the dead, turn water to ambrosia, and save us all?
Bring back the dead? Well... Professor Russell's come up with a new invention. That isn't too far off.
This, everyone, is my latest invention, the Zero Field Generator.
Zero field what now?
Put simply, you are aware of the special warp field the Gospels produce, yes? This is a circuit which produces a field to nullify that warp via resonance wave.
This does not qualify as simple under any definition. If I understand correctly then, Professor, this can actually reverse the orbital shutdown phenomenon? Whoa, what? Is that true, Professor?
Prevent it, more specifically, but just so. Ultimately, the shutdown phenomenon is just orbital energy being absorbed by the Gospels. Where the energy went was a mystery, but having come this far, I think we finally have an answer.
To the floating city, to the Oriole.
It is the only answer which makes sense. The Oriole uses the little holes between dimensions, generated by devices which we call Gospels, to cause the phenomenon. The Gospels are, all things considered, small holes, so the area affected was thankfully minor. With the Oriole made manifest once again, however, that area has grown immensely. Enough to engulf the entirety of Liberal, and even beyond our borders, I'd imagine.
All of Liberal? So that's what's causing all this.
Yes, I find it likely that every orbment in the country, without exception, has stopped working. However, this zero field generator can stop the interference of the Oriole, which is to say, put it next to an orbit, and that orbit will work just fine.
Wow! Professor, that's amazing.
So we fire that thing up and everything's cool, huh?
Not quite, I'm afraid. The area this prototype can protect is limited. It can shield, at most, an orbit you could carry in two hands.
That's small?
Oh, hell. That kind of limits what we can do, doesn't it?
The other problem is I only have so many of them. Even as a favor for Cassius, I could only put 16 of them together.
16? That's actually a lot, if anything. Wait, Dad asked you for these?
Yes, he requested that I work on these a while back, actually. I scarcely even imagined a crisis on this scale at the time, but it seems he did.
I see.
Just as I'd expect from Cassius, always seeing further than any other man.
That being the case, though, pretty clear how we should use these things, I think.
Ah, you're a sharp one, Father.
I don't quite follow. And so, in a crisis like this, the thing you need more than anything else is fast, accurate communication. Whether it's about the society throwing bears at people, or where goods need to be taken, if you can't communicate, you're up a creek. Meaning, they should be used to restore communication devices all over Liberal. Is that about the size of it? Bingo! That is a good idea. For the military, not being able to use our guns or airships is dire. Not having communication between headquarters and our forces is even more serious, however. We should restore communications between Gransel Castle, the Haken Gate, and Lyston Fortress ASAP. The guild's in the same boat, in a way. If the branches can't get in touch, it'll be hard to mount any response to anything that might happen.
Sounds as if we're all in agreement then. Well then, Captain Schwartz, I'll provide 10 zero-field generators to the Royal Army. That should give you enough to cover the Arsail, the capital, the gate, Lyston, and all regional posts.
You have my thanks, Professor. I'll order my men to distribute them immediately.
And the remaining 6 go to the Bracer Guild. That should be enough to restore the phone in each guild branch.
We'll get right on it. We'll see them safely there.
What? You can get the phone working? That would be a great help. Please set up that zero whatever it was right away.
No problem. Tita, would you do the honors?
Sure. Give me just a sec. Okay. Done. It's all set to go.
That was, kind of faster than I thought it'd be.
All you really need to do is put it in the right spot inside the phone. Okay, now for the moment of truth.
Oh!
You did it. Nice. Looks like it really does let orbital devices work.
So next I need to test to see if the phone will actually connect. Let's try calling Grandpa. He's on the RCL, which should have a working phone. Hello? Oh, Grandpa. Yeah, it's me. I'm at the Guild House in Bose right now. Yeah, it's okay. It works great. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I will. You do your best too, Grandpa. I think it's connecting okay.
No kidding. Professor Russell saved us again, it seems.
I'll have to drown Russell in beer and steak next I see him. Speaking of things, Russell seems to be aboard the RCL still, but where did the princess and the churchman get off to?
Oh, they both headed to Gransel at dawn with Captain Schwartz. Chloe said she wanted to talk to the Queen, and Kevin said something about the Archbishop, I think.
I see. I imagine the royal family and the church have their own crisis to deal with right now.
The good news is they agreed to deliver a zero-field generator to the Capital Guildhouse for us. I would expect to get a call from Elnon at some point.
Excellent. Coordinating with him will help. You lot are off to the remaining guild houses, I take it?
Yep, that's the plan. What I'd really like to deal with is that floating city, but wouldn't we all? It seems like our society friends are already there, too. We can't lay a damn finger on them with our airships grounded.
Real heroic spot to be in, huh?
There's little point in flogging ourselves over it. Right now, we must focus on what we can be done.
Yeah.
Yes, let's get to it. Okay. Obviously, airship travel is right out for this, so we'll be walking. Where should we go first, Roland or Ruan?
Neither choice is better than the other, really. All the guild houses need working phones, so all we can do is pick a direction and go.
Good point. I think Joshua has a point. I suspect there'll be people who need our help no matter where we go, so we should just get to it.
I hope we can reach all the people in trouble.
Oh yeah, okay then. The floating city? It's so huge.
It's overwhelming seeing it from down here.
I can rather empathize with the panic of the citizens. Our abilities as bracers are about to be tested as never before. What we can actually do might be limited, but let's do everything we can. Yeah.
Yes, let's hurry.